Namaste. Welcome to PanditVerse, where we talk about the ancient knowledge, Vedic rituals, and the traditions of Vedic culture. Today, we are presenting a short intro on Vedic astrology.
Let's get right into it. Most of us know our astrological sun sign, right? You're a fiery Leo, a thoughtful Virgo. It's a label we all kind of know. But what if I told you that's just scratching the surface? That there's a much older, way more detailed cosmic map out there. Today, we're going beyond those familiar 12 signs to explore the really fascinating world of Nakshatras. So I'll just ask you straight up. You know your sun sign, but what about your Nakshatra? If that word is totally new to you, don't worry, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to peel back a layer of Vedic astrology that gives a surprisingly specific look at who we are and the way our lives unfold. Look at this. On the left, you've got the zodiac wheel we all recognize. 12 signs, pretty straightforward. But on the right, whoa, that's something way more complex and intricate. This is the world of Vedic astrology, or Jyotish. It's kind of like switching from a basic roadmap to a full-on, high-resolution satellite image of the cosmos. So how do we get to that high-res view? Well, it starts with realizing that both Western and Vedic systems use the same 12 zodiac signs. The Vedic approach doesn't get rid of them. It just adds this incredibly detailed layer right on top. Here's the key difference, boiled down. Those 12 zodiac signs are based on the sun's big year-long journey across the sky. But Vedic astrology, Jyotish, zooms in. It follows the moon's much faster monthly path and chops that up into 27 smaller slices. Those are the Nakshatras. And believe me, they add a whole new dimension of insight. Now this system has a formal name, Jyotish, which literally translates to the science of light. This isn't just about horoscopes in a magazine. It's a structured, organized field of knowledge with a seriously rich and amazing history. The proper name is Jyotish, and it comes from the Sanskrit word for light. I love this part. In the ancient texts, it's described as the Veda Chakshu, which means the eye of the Veda. Think about that. It's the eye through which we're supposed to see and understand the patterns of the universe and, our own place in it all. And Jyotish is super organized. It's traditionally broken down into 3 main branches. As you can see, it all starts with Siddhanta. That's the hardcore astronomy and math that everything is built on. From there, it goes into Hora, which is all about individual horoscopes. That's you and me. And then there's Samhita, which looks at the big picture, like world events and nature. We're focused on Hora today because that's where Nakshatras get really personal. And this brings us right to the heart of that high-resolution map we've been talking about, the 27 lunar mansions, or, as we know them, the Nakshatras. So let's zoom in and see what they're all about. This is the magic number, 27. Forget 12 for just a minute. Everything here revolves around 27. Just as the zodiac is split into 12 signs for the sun's journey, the nakshatra system is split into 27 mansions for the moon's monthly cycle. So what are they? Essentially, nakshatras are specific constellations that act like signposts along the moon's path around the Earth. Since the moon takes about 27 days to do a full lap, it spends roughly 1 day inside each of these cosmic zones. You can almost think of them as 27 different hotel rooms that the moon checks into, 1 per night. And this is where it gets really fun, because it's not just dry astronomy. There's a rich story woven in. In the mythology, these 27 nakshatras are actually the daughters of a deity named Daksha Prajapati, and they were all married to the moon god Chandra. This ancient story is key because it gives each nakshatra its own distinct personality and energy. Okay, so ancient stories, cool astronomy, but what does any of this have to do with you? Let's bring it back to home base. How does this system actually map onto a person's life? This is where we dive into the Hora branch of Jyotish, the personal cosmic blueprint. This visual really gets to the core idea of Jyotish. It's all about mapping that deep connection between the macrocosm, the big, vast universe with its planets and stars, and the microcosm of an individual's life, your life. It's a blueprint connecting your personal path to the rhythms of the cosmos.
So let's quickly review the key ingredients that make up this blueprint. We've got the 12 zodiac signs we all know. We have the 27 nakshatras to add all that detail. And we have the 9 grahas, or planets. In the Vedic system, this includes the sun and moon, the usual planets, plus 2 super important mathematical points in the moon's orbit, known as Rahu and Ketu.
And how does this all fit together? Well, it's actually beautifully simple. The 27 Nakshatras are divided up perfectly among the 9 planets. The math just works. So each planet becomes the ruler, or the lord, of exactly 3 Nakshatras. And that planetary rulership is everything. It's what assigns a specific set of qualities and energies to each one. So why does any of this matter? Because while your sun sign offers a broad sketch of who you are, your birth nakshatra, that's the position of the moon at the exact moment you were born, provides all the detailed color and shading. It's said to reveal your most innate nature, those subtle emotional currents you swim in, and even the kinds of patterns that will shape the major events of your life. Let's just zoom back out for a moment to really appreciate the incredible history here. This is not a New Age trend. This is a body of knowledge that has been developed, debated, and refined over thousands and thousands of years. I mean, we find references to this stuff in the earliest Vedic texts, like the Rig Veda. Then came the age of the Siddhantas, these massive astronomical books from geniuses like Aryabhata. Later on, medieval scholars like Varahamihira and Bhaskaracharya kept building on it. It's a living, breathing lineage of inquiry that has survived all the way into our modern world. At the end of the day, if you boil it all down to a single thought, Jyotish is a system built to map the incredible relationship between the Pinda, the individual, that's you, and the Brahmanda, the entire cosmos. It's all based on the idea that the same patterns that govern the universe are also reflected right inside of us. And that leaves us with a pretty big thought to chew on. In our world, a world filled with big data and complex algorithms, trying to predict everything we do, what can we learn from an ancient system that's been mapping these same cosmic and human patterns for thousands of years? It's a really good question. What kind of knowledge do we value, and what other maps might be out there, just waiting to help us navigate our lives?